We've lived in New England our whole lives, and if there's one thing we know, it's fall. Every year we plan a road trip that we return to places we've visited since childhood for peak foliage, hidden waterfalls, cozy towns, and the kind of views you just can't get anywhere else. This isn't just a list, this is the exact guide that we follow every year, and now we're sharing it with you. We always start at the furthest northern destination, Acadia National Park in Maine, because the colors usually change here first. Picture bright red maples and golden birches against the rugged granite cliffs in the Atlantic Ocean. In September and October, if you're visiting here, dogs are finally allowed at Sand Beach again, one of our most favorite places. It's a small but beautiful stretch of sand surrounded by cliffs, and if you're brave enough to do a cold plunge here, don't forget your bathing suit. If you're spending the day in the park, which you should, make sure you walk to Thunder Hole, where crashing waves echo like thunder if you time it right. For something quieter, the Jesup Trail is a peaceful boardwalk through the woods, or circle Jordan Pond where the water perfectly reflects the foliage. Other hikes we've come back to again and again is the North Bubbles Trail for panoramic scenic views of the entire park, and it's only 1.5 miles round trip. Gorham Mountain Trail is a 1.8 mile moderate hike that we have to say is something we will continue to do every year. The hike rewards you with 360-degree views of Acadia's coastline and colorful fall forest backdrop. The mix of ocean cliffs and fiery foliage makes it one of the most rewarding short hikes in the park. The Schooner Head Trail in Acadia stretches about 3.5 miles round trip and is generally pretty easy. This coastal hike offers ocean views, rocky cliffs, and wooded paths that glow with autumn color. It's a quieter alternative to Acadia's busier trails and a really great way to take in the fall foliage and sea views. And lastly, a new one for us, the Beech Mountain Fire Tower Trail. Make sure you hike up the long way for an even better view of the entire area. If you're wondering where to go for sunset and choosing between Bass Harbor Head Lighthouse or Raven's Nest, choose Raven's Nest. Only 9% of people even see this side of the park, and the sky turns pink and orange while the waves crash against the rocks below, and it just never gets old. After a long day in the park, grab lobster rolls, lobster, or blueberry pie with ice cream at the Travelin Lobster. It's not fancy, but it's the freshest lobster roll you'll ever have. Then spend the night in Bar Harbor, or as we call it, Bark Harbor, because it's one of the most dog-friendly towns you'll find. And there's even a store called Bark Harbor, which you can visit, and it's one of Coda's favorites.
No way! Can you guys see that?
If you're lucky enough or brave enough to get out in the dark at night and there's a solar storm, you might get lucky enough to see the northern lights here like we did one year. If there's an extra day or two in your trip, we've started exploring lesser known areas of Maine outside of Acadia, like Sebec Lake. Once we got here, we knew that we would make an effort to come back every year because it's just that beautiful. So if you get the opportunity to do it, you absolutely should. And if you're looking for something close to Acadia without the crowds but still want to see the unique coastline, try visiting what we like to call the Lake Tahoe of New England. This is called Sand Beach in Deer Isle, Maine. This is one of those small islands and truly hidden gems that we've recently discovered. There's hiking trails, beautiful views, and very chilly water, but try to take a dip if you're feeling brave. And here's where the road trip gets even better. If Acadia is about rugged coastlines, Vermont is all about the feel-good, picture-perfect towns and mountain lakes that look like they were designed for fall. Our first stop in Vermont is always Lake Willoughby, a lake so dramatic it's often compared to a fjord. In fall, the cliffs grow with color and it feels like you're stepping into another world. Bring your paddleboard or your bathing suit for a cold plunge and just enjoy these beautiful views. Then we head over to Stowe, where we usually stay the night at the Von Trapp Lodge. Whether you stay overnight or just stop for dinner, the Alpine Lodge, surrounded by fall colors, feels straight out of Europe. The drive up Stowe Mountain Road is a must-do for wide open views, and no Vermont trip is complete without stopping at Cold Hollow Cider Mill. The cider donuts come out hot, rolled in cinnamon sugar, and if you break your diet and only eat one sugary thing on this trip, let it be this. Bingham Falls in Smuggler's Notch is a short but often overlooked 0.5-mile hike that leads you to this dramatic waterfall, which is especially stunning when framed by peak Vermont foliage. The mix of rushing bright blue water and colorful leaves makes this a must-see stop in Smuggler's Notch. With its easy trails and open green spaces, Thompson Park is a perfect place for a leisurely fall stroll. The trees burst into brilliant reds and gold and offers a quiet escape and plenty of photo-worthy spots. Finally, we make our way over to Woodstock, Vermont. Covered bridges, farmers markets, white church steeples, pumpkins on every porch. It's exactly what you picture when you think of a New England fall town. On our way back home, we swing back through New Hampshire and over to Lake Winnipesaukee. This place is so special to us because it's where we got engaged, so we always make the extra time to stop through. We usually stay in a cozy Airbnb on the water and watch the sunrise over the lake. Start at Crawford Notch State Park where the valley walls tower on both sides. Then head to the Wiley Brook Trestle to watch the Conway Scenic Railway cross a bridge framed by foliage. We always save the White Mountains for last because this is where fall goes out with a bang. From there, drive the Kancamagus Highway. It's just 34 miles, but every turn reveals another waterfall, covered bridge, or mountain overlook. Make time for Saturday Falls, an easy walk to a 3-tiered waterfall tucked into the forest. You could easily spend an entire day or two driving this highway and taking in all the colors, hikes, and stops along the way. There are endless opportunities for hiking, but if you want our top recommendations, check out Rattlesnake Cliff for lake views, Diana's Baths for a series of cascades, or the Lincoln Woods Trailhead for a longer forest walk. Or our favorite, hike up to Artist Bluff for one of the best views in New England. It's a lake surrounded by mountains covered in color. The Basin is another favorite, carved by glaciers, and it's a swirling pool of crystal clear water in Franconia Notch. And lastly, make sure you end in Conway, where we always stop at Cheese Louise for gooey grilled cheese, the Met Cafe for coffee, and For Your Paws Only to spoil Coda before we head home. So that's our exact fall road trip, the one we take every single year, from Boston to Acadia, across to Vermont, through the Lakes region, and ending in the White Mountains, is the best way to chase the colors as they move south and see the most iconic parts of New England. Where would you stop first? Let us know in the comments, and if you love local travel tips like this, subscribe because we've got more New England adventures coming soon.